Where a man's heart is where his treasure lies. Yes, where a man's heart is where his treasure lies. A man can actually do so much, all because all he wants is just to have his sanity back. Oni of Ife and Queen Naomi are rumored to have met in their beach house to find a way around things. Hello, people. Welcome once again to D and Z TV. We are always super excited whenever we have an opportunity to communicate with you because these are platforms where we have to engage and change the narrative and get information that does not just entertain but also informs and educate us. So if you've not subscribed to the channel, I urge you right now to click on the subscription button, comment, like, and share. And if there's any gist you have in mind you want us to talk about or throw more light on, just drop it on the comment section, and guess what? We will talk about it. All right, so now let us go straight to the business of the day. Now, as we all know, Oni's celebration was agog last week, and so much happened. But in the midst of all of this, one thing that the Oni lacked so much was the fact that he didn't actually have a one-on-one with the love of his life, Queen Naomi. Yes, he didn't have that opportunity to express his love for Naomi the way he wanted. So guess what? He now made an arrangement for them to meet in their beach house. Yes, the owner of Ife actually has a beach house, which he actually decided to see that him and Naomi had a one-on-one personal meeting. This meeting actually changed the whole game because in this meeting, so much was being deliberated upon. Yes, so much was being deliberated upon. They only just needed an opportunity where there would be no eavesdropping, because there's so much juju spreading in the palace. If Oni asked Naomi to come to the palace, all those women will always look for a way to use one way or the other to make sure that the Oni does not say what he wants to say. But in this meeting, it was very possible for them to express themselves the way they wanted. And you know how he beach houses now? Beach houses actually have this wonderful terrain and serene where you can sit down, you can talk, you can express yourself. You're not in a hurry. You're away from the eyes of evil journalists, away from the eyes of paparazzi people who are all they want is how to get content. They wanted a place where it's going to be secluded just for the both of them alone. Yes, they needed this kind of seclusion. In fact, this kind of seclusion is even it has even taken too long. It ought to have come before now. you know so as a matter of fact, they actually used this period to talk so much. Naomi was able to explain to him what she feels, how she felt used, how she felt deceived, how the Uni was not there for her, how the Uni has really not been there for her and her son the way he ought to. And the Oni was amazed and shocked. The Oni was amazed and shocked because he felt that Naomi ought to know better. He felt that Naomi is supposed to be more knowledgeable than this. You see, well, now, and that is why conversations are very important. Conversations and dialogues are the most important tool that relationships can be built on. Because the truth about the matter is, you can be on your own, you're thinking differently, and the other person is actually thinking differently. But once you come together to have a conversation, to have a dialogue, you will now realize that what you were thinking was actually a perception. Yes, it was a mere perception. And you could be perceiving things that are not happening the way they should. And you now just go with your own imagination. You now go with your own figment of imagination. What you felt was like this can actually not be the way you're thinking it is. So that is exactly what they were able to iron out in that meeting. As a matter of fact, the welfare of Tade is very sacrosanct. And that is one of the biggest burners in that conversation that we're having. So as it is right now, Tade's conversation is sealed. as in it's sealed, pam pam. So nothing, Tade's issue now has nothing against. It has actually been brought to a logical conclusion and a logical end. The main bone of contention now is Naomi. When do you want to come back to the palace? We've been hearing a lot of gist from different bloggers who will be like, okay, Naomi has come back, or Naomi has come back. It is not true. Naomi is not in the palace yet. The Ooni is actually still putting pressure on her to come back. But the Ooni has actually not been able to meet her demands. She has been able to bring up specific demands of things she wants if she must come back to the palace. So the $1,000,000 question now is, when, how, what does Naomi need to come back to the palace? That's one. Two, is the Ooni ready to meet Naomi's demands? Because it's one thing for you to be given a demand, it's another one for you to meet the demand. So is Naomi going to meet the demand of the Ooni to come back to the palace? That is the $1,000,000 question that needs to be answered. And no matter how you look at it, it is pertinent to note that Naomi's return to the palace is something that is long overdue. And I can also tell you for free. I can also tell you for free that it is logically very, very realistic that she's coming back. You know why? There is no other ex-wife of the Ooni of Ife who has lingered this long, with the intent of coming back to the palace. No. All of them before now, once they are out of the palace, you just know that they're out of the palace. But this time around now, the reverse is the case. As people have been asking, begging, talking, and pushing to see that Naomi comes back. And no matter how you want to see it, no matter how you want to look at it, there are evidences that shows that they will definitely come back. Yes, they will definitely come back. And when that time comes, my brother, all the people who have been praying for their downfall, all those people who have been craving to see that they do not come back, they will be put to shame. They will definitely be put to shame. And when they now be put to shame like this, everybody will now know that of a truth, Naomi serves a God who liveth. Yes, Naomi serves a God who liveth. Naomi is perpetually in God's eyes. And you know what they say? That when you're in God's eyes, healing and divine protection is your coverage. But when you're not in God's eyes, all you do is you just wonder. And when you continue to wonder like this, I tell you, breakthrough will become a little bit difficult. All right, people, thank you so much for being part of D&Z TV this morning. We hope that you enjoyed this video, and we ask that if you've not subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe, click on the notification button, comment, like, and share. And if there's any gist you want to talk about on this channel, let us know. And guess what? We'll talk about it. All right. Thank you, and see you some other time. Bye-bye.